Hello everybody and welcome back to our AALBORG BKK mode episode 3. We are again starting with the community thoughts. Today there are 4 comments I want to talk about very quickly, as well as of course the results of the vote, the poll of the last episode about the next, maybe second, 2 next or 3 next transfers we are still doing in this transfer window. But first of all, the first thing I want to talk about is what you guys think of exactly this thing here, the community thoughts test. Basically, I just tested it out last time, wanted to hear your opinion. 2 of you gave an opinion and it's anonymous. I can't pronounce that name. I always had a problem, even in German I can't pronounce his name, the German version, so anonymous. I'm very sorry, I just can't pronounce it, sorry. South Africa, he said that he thinks it's a great idea and I should keep up the great work. I would try, of course, but he says it's a good idea. And exactly the same says Dimitris. He loves this thing here and he also says keep up the great work. So basically 2 people gave their opinion, 2 of you, and both say that they do like it. So I will continue doing it because also nobody said that they have something against it. So if you change your mind, you can of course tell me, but for now I will continue doing it if of course there are comments I want to show you. Now we also have 2 more comments. One is not even really about the series, but it's in the last episode, yesterday I uploaded, the Citadella episode. I guess it's like something like Mavros. It's probably Greek, I think. I can like read Greek capital letters, but not the small letters. So I have no idea what your name is, to be honest. So you can tell me in the comments how you would pronounce it in like an English-German way. I have no idea how exactly I should pronounce it, so I would just say it's Mavros or something like that. He said, "Good job, man. Good job, man." He would like to see a player series for me in the future. In case you also think the same or something, then please go to yesterday's Citadella episode and look at that comment in the comments below it. So we had a quick talk about it, a small talk about it. And there I say if I will do it or not, and why I will do it or why not, and when if I do it. So if you care about that, then please go and check that out. I won't talk about it yet, right here. And we also have his dude again. I still can't pronounce the name, so I will just go with ASA. I think that's acceptable, ASA. I should hire a youth scout and send them in Denmark, and of course the players, and I can get the talents. I might be able to turn them into incredible players for the future, which makes sense because in this series we need young players and we need only like 60 rated players, so they have a good chance, these youth players, to get in my team extremely quickly and stay in my team for a long time. So this is definitely something very interesting, a very good idea. Now, because of the result of the vote, there were 4 of course options with the left back that got 0 votes, so I will not go for the left back. With Martinez, the player I wanted to sign, but there was again 0 votes, so I will not sign Martinez. Kanatzis, because you told me to loan him out, and in the end it got 2 votes, the same for loaning out Kluivert. So what I'm gonna do in this episode, I'm gonna loan out Kanatzikos and Kluivert. I think I can already do both, so I can probably already do it before the next game. I will loan them both out. I will not do any other transfer because you didn't say that I should do something different, and the other 2 options had 0 votes. And therefore this is all I'm gonna do in this episode transfer wise. That means we are gonna play against Aarhus. Then before that we might actually already be able to make these 2 transfers. I might think about selling therefore one of our strikers, maybe 2. I'm not sure if I want to keep Silvestre, but I think I will keep him for now. We'll think about it, and yeah, and we will go for a bit of the transfer window. Of course there's still time, so you can still tell me if you want me to sign somebody different. Youth scout, I will see how much money I have left after this transfer window, and then we'll spend this money, most of it, for 1 youth scout, because we only want to scout Denmark right now, so we only need 1. Of course I will keep a little bit just in case, for example, somebody asks for higher wages. For you guys, that means you can still do a different transfer. You can still tell me if I should sign a different player. I will talk about it very quickly. In the end, there are only 4 positions you can tell me a player: left back, right back, CDM or center mid. I don't need another winger after I loaned out Kluivert as well. We signed a left winger, we signed a right winger. I don't go for another winger. The same in the striker position. We don't need a goalkeeper. We signed 2 center backs, so I don't go for another one. And I signed 1 center mid. So 1 more center mid, or a CDM, or a left back, or a right back. These are the only things you can tell me. In any other position I will not go for another player because we already have enough. And of course it also means the more money we spend at transfer window, the less money we have for buying a youth scout, the less money we have for buying a youth scout. The worse the youth scout is, and the worse the youth scout is, the worse the players are, the talents. So the less money we spend, the better the youth scout, the better the players we scout. So let's just keep that in mind, and now let's loan out both players. For 2 years we are loaning out Kubilai Kanatsiskus. 69 rated, an age of 19, is not that fast, is probably slow, and we are not going for Martinez. Can I loan out? I think I can already loan out Kluivert. I can. For 2 years we're also gonna loan out Kluivert, and you can see we still have a decent amount of money left for at least one more transfer. So again, if you want me to do something, then just tell me. And now let's have a very quick look at the two new signings. 69 rated Kanatsiskus. It's gonna be our first choice striker. He's not really fast at all. He has mid 60 in the acceleration speed. It's not too bad. Stamina is good, strength is good, jumping and stuff is also around that. Agility is a bit worse. I think position is high 60, composure as well. Focus on tripping is good. Finishing, everything is basic at mid to high 60. Passing, shot power as well. Medium, left-footed. I have to keep in mind that he's left-footed, 3-star weak foot, 6'3". Gonna be my first choice striker, of course. Sylvester is gonna be on the bench. I do like Anne Wilson a lot, so I've been thinking about maybe doing something different, but I'm not sure. And we have Kluivert, who can play on both sides. Of course, I'm gonna keep him, use him as right winger for now with decent pace. I thought he would be a bit faster, to be honest, but he is still pacey. Acceleration is 85. Agility is good, balance is good. He has no strength, is no stamina. It's not really a big surprise. Composure is okay, but tank position could be a bit better. Focus on tripping is there, finishing has to improve, so we definitely have to train him. High, medium, a 4-star, 4-star can play on both sides, but again, I'm gonna use him as right winger for now. Do we want to sell somebody? I mean, because we signed one striker and one right midfielder, right winger, we can only think about one striker and one right midfielder or right winger. We can think about selling Bertson. I do like him, he is not bad, but in the end I might put him on the transfer list or at least loan him out. I don't think I'm going to use him too much. I will think about it. And Wilson, I do really like him, but we don't really need him. So Boardsing is 21, I might just loan him out. And Wilson, I might have to sell him actually. I think he's a cool player maybe, but at least one of the strikers will get sold in this transfer window. Sadly, Alman, our left back with 62, is our best free kick taker. That's not too great. The first vote in the top right is who should be our penalty taker. Either Wirtz, he's our captain, and he is quite experienced with 66, or Kluivert. Both have 66, it's one of these two. Kluivert, of course, a new star. We want to score a lot of goals with him if possible, but of course, Wirtz is one of the oldest players, probably the oldest player in here, the most experienced player, and he is our captain. So do you think it should be our captain, or should it be the new signing Kluivert? What do you think the fans would prefer? That's up to you. First vote in top right. For now it's gonna be Wirtz, but you can tell me what you want me to do, if you want me to keep it at Wirtz or change it to Kluivert. I'm quite sure most of you haven't seen our kits yet, so here you can see them. This is our away kit. I do really like it. This black to grey style. I really do like the bottom part of the kit, of the shirt, and also the side part of the shorts. So I do really like this kit. The home kit is also not too bad. So I have to say, whoever created them, great job in my opinion. If I compare them, for example, to these kit, this looks like something I would go to bed with, and this is just, it's also not that bad. But our kits are actually quite nice. I think because I prefer them, I'm actually gonna play in the more dark ones. But I really have to say, look at how it looks. This kit is just beautiful. Amazing kits. This is our new team. We have a new 2 center backs. We changed that. We changed 1 center mid and the whole attack. So we changed the team on 6 position. 5 of course players are still the same. The third game of this league campaign. Again, I'm very sorry about the failure of the last episode. I just cannot take it back. But this is game number 3. We haven't missed an important game yet. It's gonna be the first time with all the players. I haven't used any of the players before, of course. So it's gonna be my first time with them all. Gonna be very interesting to see how good I can play with them. Of course, the goal has to be to win. I have no idea how good any of these teams are, except of Copenhagen and maybe 1 2 other ones I know that are decent. But Aarhus, they could be one of the like top 3-4 teams. They could be one of the worst teams. I have no idea how good Aarhus is. And also looking at their team wouldn't make too much sense because I don't know their players. So the only team I'm probably gonna have a look at. Okay, first chance for them is gonna be Copenhagen. Alright, gonna be very interesting. From Schalke to Aston Villa. So like from a, let's say, amazing like mid-80 weighted team to Aston Villa, also a very good team. To Citadella, like 70 weighted team to this team. So it's quite a bad team. Gonna be interesting to see. Oh, kit numbers, of course, I will change as soon as the transfer window ended, because there might still be some changes. But let's concentrate and let's please not concede an early goal. Okay, it's offside. Okay, come on, we want to win this. Oh, what the fuck is going on? We have a chance. Warriyo with a good chance, but unfortunately, he was not able to put any kind of power on that shot. It was a first good chance for us in this game. Maybe straight away another one. That was a bad pass. Almost an own goal just before time. I think it's Garcia who almost made an own goal. I don't know if LarsM saved it or not. He did save it. It wasn't Garcia. I think it was Bastoni. Almost an own goal. Thank God he saved it. What a save as well. That was good one. Another one. One thing I have to say. We are almost through the first half. I'm surprised in an extremely positive way. On Aarhus, I think it was something like this, the name, performance. They play, I wasn't sure how good they play. I mean, they're probably not one of the better teams. I've never heard their name before. I don't think they ever played like EuroLeague or Champions League football. So I don't think they're an amazing team. Of course, they were a good team a few years ago when they won the double, but no wait, that's my team, what the fuck am I talking about? So I don't know how good our opponent is, of course, not us, not our team, Aarhus. But they played very good, so I'm very happy about that, because I don't want to like dominate teams already and win easily yet, already now, because that wouldn't make too much sense. But it could of course happen. Wirtz with a long shot. It is our captain Wirtz who scores the first goal in my area. Who would have thought of that? Our captain Wirtz. Who else? Who else could do it? Our captain. We only have young players, but we need his experience to help young players. He is yet our penalty taker, he's our captain, and he is the first goal scorer. And I will just handle him as first goal scorer in this season. Of course I simulated 2 games already, but let's just say he scored the first goal for us in this season. Wirtz does it. Great job, good long shot, nice one. I just want to say, I'm very happy about how good they performed. They were definitely the better team in the first half. They had more chances. Our goalie had to make a few amazing saves. It could be 1-2-0 for them already, so I'm very surprised in a good way about their performance. But now we took the lead, 1-0 for us. Wirtz with a very nice shot. Let's try to keep the clean sheet, maybe even score another one. I saw would have been through, but unfortunately he got fouled. The pass to Saar. Saar maybe with a shot, it's swear at the goalie. Ivanovic with an easy save, but it was another shot. I think that was actually our second or third shot. I still think they had more chances than us. More shots as well. They had bigger chances, but also more shots. So it's quite a lucky lead so far. I'm always trying to use the pace of Saar or the height of our striker. Because the striker is 6'3", so he might win a lot of aerial challenges. And of course Saar with his 90 acceleration sprint speed will help us with long balls. So I will always try to use them both. And of course when I play with Kluivert, I'm trying to use his dribbling and his skill moves. So this is the main things I'm trying to do so far. Definitely the thing that works out the best is the pace of Saar. This might be a good chance. Saar, Kluivert not really doing the run, but it might be a penalty. Because once again, in FIFA 17, the CPU just lost to slide tackle in their own box. It was so predictable that he's going to slide tackle, so I just made this quick turn away from him, and then it's a clear penalty. Wirtz is our penalty taker yet. Again, we might change it, so he scored a goal, he's our captain. You maybe made up your mind, then he scored a goal. You thought, okay, first I thought Kluivert, now I think Wirtz. But what is he if he misses this? So let's not miss it. Wirtz, very important for him. Okay, goalie is not moving. Wirtz scores his first goal penalty. So keep in mind, first game, our captain Wirtz scores 2 goals, long shots, and he scored a penalty. So keep that in mind when you make the decision if Wirtz should be the penalty taker or Kluivert. But now it should be game over. They still were a better team. I really have to say, in the first half they were definitely a better team. In the second half, they were on our level. They had more possession, they made more attacks, but in the end, of course, we scored 2 goals, so you can't really say that they played better if we scored 2 goals in the second half and they don't score 1. But in total, they were still actually the better team. Stats-wise, chances-wise, they were the better team. So it's kinda a not deserved win, but who cares? We had 2 free chances, we scored 2 of them. They had probably still more chance than us, but they missed them. Our goalie made a great job, and then it's mainly between of these 3. Saar, again, he was the best one in the attack today. Wirtz, of course, our captain, scoring 2 goals and winning a lot of challenges. And our goalie, who made some amazing saves in the first half. These 3 were the main reason why we are going to win this game, hopefully with the clean sheet. It's the only thing. We can get this ball. Yes, the clean sheet, maybe in the third one. Kanatsis, I might just have to try the shot here because he's tired. Just when I tried the shot, he unfortunately got body checked away from the ball. But it is a nice way to start off. 2-0 win. Good job. Copenhagen is losing at home. That's crazy. That's interesting. Did not expect them to lose a lot of games, but they lose against Nordsjælland at home. We are now going in a new month. We are actually first place yet with 7 points. Again, I'm sorry about the first 2 games, but I can repeat myself often there. The second main thing I want to talk about is the training. I will definitely make these 2 slots. One to Adarabioyo, and Bastoni in defending. This is not getting changed. The same with... No, that's basically it. That means we have 3 slots. And we have following options. We have Garcia. We can train him tripling and in passing. We have, of course, also Saar. We can train him tripling, in crossing, or in finishing. We have Kluivert, the same, or we have Kanatsis. So we have 3 slots for 4 players. That means at least one of them will definitely not get a slot. What do you want me to do? Let this for you in the comments, because I can't really make a vote. Just get creative and tell me, how would you like me to do it in the comments? These 2 center backs will get trained. I can stop them at some point, but at least for the next month, these 2 will get these 2 slots. So between the other 3, who do you think deserves the most training? Is it Garcia? He is the lowest rated one. Is it Saar because he played the best in the first game? Is it Kluivert because he's the biggest name? Is it the striker? Just tell me what you want me to do. For now, I think I will. I think I want to train Garcia a bit, and I think the other slot I will give it to Saar actually, just because he played the best. Otherwise, I would have given it to Kanatsis. So I will only give it to Saar because he played the best and he improves ball control, and that's it. That one thing is enough for him to go up to the 69 rating already. We had this game on the 30th. We had the 31st, the 1st, and basically 2 days to rest, so now we're straight away playing another one. A bit surprising. I will have to use my second choice team. First of all, my first is tired, and of course, the next game is against Copenhagen. In the next episode, Copenhagen and Brøndby, probably the 2 best teams, so that's going to be interesting. But we're going to play against Silkeborg now with our second choice team. That is also decent rated. Alman, of course, I somehow have to replace him real quick. I think because I played with our away kits last game, I'm now going to play with our home kit. What I have to say, I do really like the kit, especially the 100 that's including the logo. I do like it. This is the team, second choice team. The attack is very good, the midfield is decent, the defense is the main weakness, especially right and left back. These 2 are the big weakness in this squad. Both are really bad, low rated, slow, bad defending. So our wingbacks are definitely the biggest problem in our second choice team. I might actually just make a vote about it in the top right. Yeah, I think right now I will actually make a vote about it in the top right. Would you like me to play a lot more? So what kit do you want me to use? The first option is going to be my home kit. That means I will use my home kit whenever possible. The second option would be the away kit. And the third option is I don't care. Or just like mix it up. So if you really prefer one, then go with one. But then I will basically always use that. So if you really prefer the first kit and just say at the home kit, say, please Basically, you can really just use the home kit in like 80-90% of the games. Then vote for that. If the same for the away kit, then vote for that. If you say, I do kind of prefer one, but I still would like to see both, then go with the third option. That's gonna be I don't care, or mix it up, one of these two. But it's basically the same. Then I will just use both, here and there, whatever. But I will use both at least at like 40% of the times. But yeah, if you really prefer one, I will give you the option right now with the vote to vote for that, and then I will really use that kit. Therefore, I wanted to try out both as well, so to have a look at both of them. Oh, risky tackle, but it worked out very nicely. So an amazing tackle there. Very good. They still have the corner. I do like the name of the left winger, this number 18 dude, the small black dude in the bottom. He's called Mord. I don't know if there is any kind of like meaning to that in English or in Danish, but in German it means murder. So his name is freaking me out a bit. Mela, the cross is shit. Come on now. Oh yeah, good pass. We finally have a chance. Oh, this is such a boring game. This was actually the first probably highlight in the whole game. Bursting our white mid with a big chance after a surprising pass. But unfortunately he missed it. Or the goalie was able to save at the corner and then on the line. What the fuck, 67, 68 minutes, nothing is happening, and then we have two huge chances. First the goalie in the saves it in the 1v1, and then on the line after corner. This is not a good situation. We need to... Oh, thank God. I think actually one of their strikers is one player from us. We loaned them out to them, so he's playing against us. Ah, man, two big chances. This was one of the... It was actually the most boring game I've had in a very long time. Oh, almost a pass through. I'm not sure why suddenly we have good chances, but it was such a boring piece of shit. Three big chances now, but we just didn't take them. Ooh, first big chance for them as well now, 10 minutes before the end. They went a lot more attacking, which is quite a surprise. They're not an amazing team. We are the first place. We are playing at home. Oh, so I'm quite surprised, but they had two chances now as well. But it really looks like it's going to be a 0-0, because even though there were a few chances now within 10-12 minutes, it's still quite a boring game. A long shot, yeah, easy save, so both teams are just collecting a few shots now for the statistics, but I'm quite sure I will actually go defensive because stamina's down. I just don't want to lose it. I will take the draw, it's fine. Quite a boring game, 70 minutes, nothing happened, then within 15 minutes, in the end 4 big chances basically, even though it just said that we had 3 and they didn't have anything. In the end it's okay point. Copenhagen did win against Udanske, so big game there. Midtjylland won against Horsen, some big games. Copenhagen with a win. We dropped 2 points, but again, very fine. We are still first place, even though we have 2-3 teams who can get in front of us, like AALBORG or Nordsjælland. So I guess we will not finish this episode as first, but as second or third. But we actually go into the game against Copenhagen as the better positioned team. We are in front of them in the league table. We got a loan offer for Gröning, a player I want to get out. I cannot sell him, so I will loan him out to Grimsby Town for 1 year, and then as soon as he's back, I will just sell him. And here we go, we dropped on to 3rd place. Brøndby yet is destroying it, even though they have 5 games. So basically there are 1 or 2 teams in front of us. Brøndby for sure. I'm not sure if Lyngby did win, got 4 or lost a 5th game. But we are definitely going in the game against Copenhagen as 3rd place. We are playing away. So that's going to be the first huge game of the season. Afterwards we're also going to play against Brøndby exactly. That are 1st place. So next episode against the 2 best teams in the league. A team that is just 1 point behind us and the 1st place. And when we play against Brøndby, whatever happens, they are going to be 1st place. So if we get a draw or win against Copenhagen, we might actually have 1st against 2nd. The next episode is going to be very big. Of course, first choice team is fit, so that's going to be good. Quick things, again, don't forget to vote first of all who should be our penalty taker. I think that was the vote. Then you can tell me in the comments if you still want me to sign somebody. We had the vote of what kit you want me to use. I'm not sure if there was any other vote, I don't think so, but if so you can tell me. The last thing I want to say is this year is of course a bit different, nothing I normally would do. and I really want to do what you guys say. In the fact, like, not only transfer rates, whatever, I always did that, but in the thing that I'm trying to be a bit more open to different things. So if you want me to play a different style of football, if you want me to change formation, you can tell me. If you feel like this formation is wrong and want me to change the formation, tell me and I will try something new out. Of course, right now it's working, but maybe just because of a team, who knows. But if you want me to change something, either tactics as well, for example, would you like me to play a more pass-based game, short passes, ball possession instead of that pacey? Would you like me to cross more often because our goalie is 6'3", our striker is 6'3", and would like me to put more pressure on them? So if you want me to change anything on the tactics, formation, on the walls, whatever it is, just tell me in the comments, and again, then it will be in the next episode. Don't forget to vote, and of course, the last thing I want to say. The last vote, but it's not going to be in the top right button comments. Do you think we can get 6 points in these 2 games? Or are we going to get 0 points, 1 point, 2 points, 3, 4, 0 to 6, everything except of 5 points is possible. So what do you predict? I would like to know that in the comments. And then if a few of you predict, then we can make maybe in the start of the next episode where we have the community thoughts, something like so many things we're gonna win, so many things we're gonna lose, and then we can see who was right or not, and if your community is good in predicting results or not. We should be able to use our first choice team exactly in both games. Except for this, guys, have an amazing day. Next episode definitely gonna be out tomorrow because I already recorded tomorrow's 2 days because I already recorded tomorrow's Citadella episode. So in 2 days for next episode. Have an amazing day, guys. I will see you tomorrow, and bye.